The Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. That catch good for only a couple. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Handoff comes to Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Cousins. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
First down, Chicago.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Cousins now. Open man here is Conklin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Cousins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Running for it, here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Time, baby.
Touchdown, Chicago. Santos now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and...
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but it was so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Again, it's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1st down, here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 15, and this one will be brought back to the 22. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run the counter with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this market.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A huge play there for Chicago. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Fields toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A gain of 14. And the Bears first down.
One play action, Fields. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Vikings 17, Bears 14.
Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Fields on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Cousins again.
Just like that. Just like that.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
Let's go, defenses. Get out the field.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On play action, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Play action. It's Fields. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded inside the 5. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Cousins. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Number 7, touchdown, Chicago.
Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bears, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a somewhat disappointing season as they'll wind up at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff.
It's just a little hit for the summer.